Here's check on stories we're following for you today on Robin Hood Radio. Some meetings going on in and around our area. The Region 1 Board of Education has a policy subcommittee meeting that happens today at 11 o'clock via Zoom. Also going on today in Cornwall, the Board of Education has their meeting at 4:15 this afternoon. There's a Zoom meeting going on at 10 o'clock in the morning, Mark Scarborough series on Wallace Stevens. In Salisbury today, the Affordable Housing Commission meets at 5 p.m., and the TRAC meets at the new transfer station, that at 6:30 tonight. Coming up tomorrow in Kent, the Kent Memorial Library has a book talk to present their newly published work of Kent resident John Milnes Baker. He will discuss his work, The Case for Edward de Vere as the Real William Shakespeare. Pine Plains has their town board meeting coming up tomorrow night. In Ancrum, New York, their town board meeting happens tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. In Cornwall, a Zoom meeting for the Board of Finance tomorrow. That is also at 7 p.m. In Ancrum, the town board meeting happens at 7 p.m. tomorrow night as well. And Amelia will hold their town board meeting tomorrow at 7 o'clock in the first floor meeting room. Dutchess County Division of Solid Waste Management will hold that Hazmat Day on Saturday at 626 Dutchess Turnpike in Poughkeepsie. Registration and $10 prepayment required. The event is open only to Dutchess County residents. Online registration, dutchessny.gov/solid waste, or call 845-463-6020. Registration limited to the first 360 households. 13th Annual Salisbury Winter Sports Association Golf Benefit at the Undermountain Golf Course will happen on Saturday. There are spots for 36 players for the 8 a.m. tee off and the 1 p.m. shotgun start. Those spots are all taken up, but you can still apply to see if somebody drops out. A portion of each entry fee will be donated to the Salisbury Winter Sports Association, with an additional donation from Salisbury Winter Sports Association to the Jane Lloyd Fund. For more information, 518-329-4444. Coming up on Saturday from 9 till 12 in Cornwall, it's Cornwall's 4th Annual Green Up/Cleanup Day. Sharon Playhouse presents Nicholas Ward Patio Dinner Show on Saturday, 6:30. The gates open. The show starts at 8 p.m. Tickets and more information, sharonplayhouse.org. Coming up on Sunday, The Big Short drive-in movie event at the Sharon Playhouse to benefit the Movie House in Millerton. Gates open at 6. Introductions at 7:15. The movie begins at 7:45. Space is limited. TheMovieHouse.net or sharonplayhouse.org. The Northwest Connecticut Crop Walk, the 37th Hunger Walk, will be held virtually this year. Participants can walk anytime during the week of September 21st to 27th. The normal course is closed, not available this year. Individuals and small groups can instead walk their neighborhoods. Students at schools can walk around their campuses. Participants can send in photos of their walks by email or share them on social media. A story by Ruth Epstein in today's Republican American. In a ceremony, Reverend Douglas Worthington, provisional clergy in charge of St. Andrew's Church in Kent, was ordained an Episcopal priest on Saturday. The service, adjusted to allow for social distancing, had the congregation sitting outside the church under a large tent, viewing on a screen while the service took place inside. Defying the state mandating Connecticut to wear face coverings in public will now carry a fine for $100. The Lamont administration moved to encourage more enforcement of its coronavirus-related orders. The governor said he had new fines of $500 for organizations of events that violate indoor and outdoor attendance limits, $250 for attendees of such gathering. Previously, violators of the governor's emergency orders could be charged with a misdemeanor, punishable by a maximum fine of $1,000 or a year in jail. Well, travelers from California and 5 other states will no longer have to quarantine upon arriving in New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut, at least for this week. The 3 neighboring states confirmed the nation's most populous state is no longer included in their joint travel order, which requires anybody traveling from states with moderate to high rates of positive COVID-19 cases to isolate for 14 days. Dutchess County sales tax revenue dropped by about $11 million through August compared to last year as a result of the mandatory closing of businesses to slow the spread of COVID-19. Quoting here, "I am hopeful that, short of a second shutdown, the worst of the sales tax hits are behind us," end quote, from Dutchess County Comptroller Robin Loos said in a statement. The state had closed down many of its businesses, from construction work to malls. Businesses began to reopen over the summer as the number of positive cases declined. Well, for the third time in 6 weeks, the Select Board in Great Barrington has continued the public hearing on whether the Great Barrington Airport should be given special permit to build 6 additional hangars. The hearing has been continued till Monday, September 21st at 6 p.m. Berkshire County residents are voicing their displeasure over the PCB dump in a final public hearing for the EPA plan. In a story in the Berkshire Eagle, the people in the Berkshires have not been heard. That is a quote from Andrew Proto. They captured shared sentiment at the final public hearing on the Environmental Protection Agency's plan to remove pollutants from the Housatonic River. Commenters who joined the phone by Adobe Connect leveled criticism at the lack of opportunities for residents to provide input before the EPA agreed to a deal that would create a Lee landfill to hold a low level of PCBs. Written comments are open through Friday, although several parties, including 3 Connecticut Congress members, have requested an extension of the comment period through at least November the 20th. Our business brief is underwritten by Morgan's at the Interlaken, interlakenin.com, and by Salisbury Bank, salisburybank.com. The Dow Jones Industrial Average starts off at 28,149.00 today, the Nasdaq at 11,526.25, and the S&P 500 at 3421.25. We'll take a look at the tri-state forecast. That'll come your way in just a few moments.